Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and welcome back to the Transport Fever 2 in Japan, where I've taken up the once traditional strategic opening position in order to observe the steel train going past, which it's doing at the moment, fully loaded. And when I last checked, which was okay, thanks for that steel train. Yeah, prove me wrong, why don't you? Anyway, when I last checked, it had made 11 million in profit in the last price cycle, which is jolly good news, because that's going to help propel us forward and all of that kind of good stuff that we want to do. Come on, I thought I'd timed this well. I clearly haven't. But anyway, I'll just crack on. Today we're going to be working on a bit more passenger line action. What I haven't decided yet, because it's about complexity, is whether we will be doing the northern route or the southern one. If you'd have turned up 30 seconds ago, son, that would have been flipping seamless. So we're picking up the action here, riding alongside the Shinkansen. It's fully loaded, it's a profitable service, and I know for a fact there are a heck of a lot of passengers waiting for it at the other end, which can only mean one thing: I'm gonna buy another one. Yeah, that's more like it. That's gonna bring in some serious wedge. But I thought we'd just do the last of the journey here on board, because I say on board, I'm attached by a little springy cable out the side that you can't see. Yeah, be quiet. It's just go with it. That's all good. And then a nice, slow, gentle transition through the points, and we'll arrive into the station that is pretty heavily loaded at the moment. Let's have a quick look. What are we talking about here? 287 passengers waiting. Beautiful. 97 on board, 5 million in profit, give or take. That number is about to go northward. Hold on. It will. Well, obviously it will. I mean, this is not me demonstrating any level of clairvoyance. Hey, good times. Now, I need this to be a little further down the line, and then I'll deploy. I was about to say destroy. I'll deploy another one. So I'm going to activate the high speed to get this underway, and I'll wait till it's in the big fat tunnel, and we'll duplicate it. You'll know when we're in a big fat tunnel, because I'll say, and now. It's got a short tunnel and then the big fat tunnel. Alright, okay. Yeah, we're not... I mean, we could follow it along, but, I mean, to be honest, this is likely to be where we're going to conduct today's adventure. That's the short tunnel. Next one's the big fat one. And there we go. Right, okay, so clone that, please. Thank you. Very good. We're away. Now, that's not perfectly halfway, but it should be spaced out sufficiently that we don't have excess cannibalization going on. Right, let's slow everything back down again. Oh, the other thing that happened, just while I was sitting here prepping, is that this steel mill upgraded. So I'm very much hoping that means we get a little bit of extra throughput in terms of steel. We'll see. It doesn't really matter too much. I've also added another tram onto here because, as you can see, the tram service is quite popular. And the problem with tram services, they don't make a lot of money. In fact, they lose money, despite being heavily loaded most of the time. The only way this tram makes money is if I were to pick up from here, go straight to there, and then come back again, or go straight to there and come straight back again, full both ways. But because it meanders, it is a service rather than a profit centre. Here we go. You see, look, we made £2,000 there. We've filled back up again, more or less. It will go to the next one. It's just not a good way to make money. Better routes would make better money, but I don't require it to do so. Its primary function is to funnel passengers down to the main train station. So we've got two choices for today's route. Yeah. Choice number one, Kihoku out to Izumi, and then Izumi to probably Matsuno. We'll go gently with that one to start with. Now, the Kihoku to Izumi is going to be the onward journey of high speed. So it's going to be a problem, that one. I don't think I necessarily want to... So, I mean, I'd complete the track, but we'd probably go a little bit further before I add the high-speed service to it. We'd probably go out as far as Sakaishi out there as the next one, or maybe in Nomura. Either way, it needs to go a little bit further before I extend the high-speed line. But we're going to be working... let's have a look so that I can see everything. I think that's it for towns. Yeah, it is. So we will be working Izumi as a main station with Matsuno at one end, and then it will progress down to Futana and Mima. Maybe even further still, but that's the aim of the game that way. Okay, so that's option A. All right, we'll call that. Mima will connect up to Uwajima later, but not now. The other option is to do Uwajima down to Miura, Shitaba, and Yusu. Yeah, it's quite a beefy route, but it will complete kind of the southern leg that comes out of here. I'm going to go for it because this gives us more train opportunity. All right, where's target 1? Miura. Would you want to go via Wainamori? No. Okay. No, I think a Wainamori becomes a Wainamori Uwajima. I think that becomes an east-west line. Oh, okay, yeah, and we run this as a north-south. I like it. I'm into it. I'm doing it. Okay. Right, one more look at where we're heading. This is not a mistake I intend to make twice, you see. The aim is make a mistake once, don't do it again. All right, have we done enough crazy camera action now? Yeah, plenty for now. I think if we target Miura for today, and then we'll push further than that another time, but we'll see how we get on. Now, you appear to be rocking the new J-slabs. Okay, that gives us something of a north-south divide in terms of J-slab usage, which is fine. I think that is well within the realms of a reasonable approach to things. Right, let's straight line it for a little bit. In fact, let's straight line it to about there. Let's pick up a little bit of height coming up here, because that will get us over the road, the river, and it will turn us into a cheeky tunnel going out in the direction we're heading towards. Double check the direction. Can't see it. It's okay. No, you're still broadly going the right way. Swing it that way just a little bit so we go to the right of that quarry there. That'll be good. That's quite steep you've chosen to go. Would a stage 1 incline do the job? We'll find out, won't we? Right, there you go. Stage 1 incline over the road. Construction's not possible. Construction is possible if I hold down the correct button. Right, so now we just need to choose a bridge that fits our purposes. Let's try that. No, this road I'm too fat. Okay, all right. Well, look, we'll find something amenable. You've got the girder bridge, of course, but that hasn't got supports in there. Now, I could always hack in the supports that I've used previously. Look, I know you love it, but it just makes you unhappy when it doesn't fit properly, so don't bother with that. No. Ooh, that's nice, though. It is. Yeah. Okay, well, look, try one. We'll come back to it, but try one. They see, look, that's better. Yeah, it is. It is better. It's in keeping with what we're up to. So let's take that. It won't do it while you've got shift held down. Oh, that's a pain. Yeah. Well, you know what we can do? What's that? Bulldozer road. Yeah. Bulldozer road, put the bridge in, and then put the road back. People love it when you do that. Yeah, I know. But it's problem solving, you see, by means of brute force. Why are you still giving me the... Sorry, Gov, you can't do that. Maybe I'll hit the start of this track poorly. It wouldn't be the first time. Right, there you go. Do that. Yeah, there it is. And then let's find the one that we liked. It's Captain Skinny Pillars. All right, it's quite a lot lower down. It might be this one. Is it that one? No, it's not that one. It's going to be a different one. Okay, we'll find the one that it is and do it. What about that? Excessive for this span, I think you'll find. I think you might have actually had it right first time. That's nice. Yeah, find a reason to use that. That's nice too. Yeah. Oh, it's this one. That was the one you just rejected a moment ago. Unchangeable, and that's allowed because reasons. Okay, fine. All right, let's take that out, and then I don't want it going thin then fat then thin then fat. That's just not going to look great. So we'll rock a thin one under there, hopefully, like that. Go on, do it. Yeah, yeah. There you go. That's got it. Right, and then wend your way around the corner. I think this corner's going to be a bit ugly. Actually, it didn't look like it was. Come on, grab the snap point. It's a bit ugly, but not flipping ugly. So that's okay. And then finish connecting that. There you go. Right. Move on to brighter and bolder things. You can unpause again as well. Keep the money rolling in. Right, where am I heading? You know where you're heading. Yeah, it is broadly this way. A straight line will be absolutely fine here. Now, as always, we don't want too much tunnel, but we're going to get a lot of it anyway. But we will be rolling it in a straight line, which rather suggests that a high speed number would be quite good here. Now, that's taking us gently uphill all the way. Maybe that's a good thing, but I suspect it isn't. No, you see, that's quite a lot lower down. I know what we're going to do. Right, we are going to come out of the mountainside over there, so it will be another tunnel. But then we will need to work elevation down, so we'll do that by going round the bay side down towards Miura. Whew. Yeah, I know. So it's not going to be the fastest route to get there, but it should end up being pretty scenic. Right, now you can go flat. Yeah. 2 cheeky peaks and then into the darkness. Okay. Ooh, hold on. Are we going to get a valley span? No, we're not going to get a valley span. You don't deserve one. Right, and so we would emerge over here. Now, it would be actually this would be a lovely location for a bridge. This would be where you put your big spanning bridge. Also, you could just do that and you're pretty much there. Big spanning bridge on the way round and come on in with a station. Yeah, okay. It means we have gone uphill and downhill rather needlessly. Yes, but you have saved costs in doing so because it means that your bridge lengths, your tunnel lengths aren't quite so horrendous. There you go. We can emerge there. I don't think we want to emerge there. No, that's not going to work. We're going to emerge here. We're still going to need a little bit of down bubble to get to our destination. Let's go for that. And then, because I want to keep my bridge on the flat. That's an important thing to do. Flat bridges, relatively important, because otherwise they look bad. And that's a bad thing. Yeah, right. Where's the one I want? That one. See, that's an appropriate place to use it, and it looks rather nice too. Okay, yeah. And then you've just got to work your way around to form a station next to Miura. You're going to need some commuting lines to hook it all up, because I suspect I'm about to build something that's a little bit out of town. There you go. We've got round to there without hemorrhaging speed too greatly. Now, where are we going next? We're going that way, if I recall correctly. Yeah, down to Shitaba. So you want to maintain this kind of angle. And then a little bit of groundwork here. I'll do something about this road in a moment. But, yeah, a little bit of groundwork here to build enough of a plateau that we can get in a station and make it kind of convenient for people who live here to do stuff with things. Right, so if we just... No, wrong button. All right, let's not muck about. Ramp the strength, ramp the brush. Let's roll. All right, there you go. Carve. Yeah, carving. Okay. Now, you see, this is... I mean, it's a brutal approach, and it's going to leave some unsightly cliffage. But this is a needs-must scenario. Now, the aim is to make this this patch that we're doing here a little larger than we need it, so that I can build... streets alongside to facilitate a bit of town growth, because it will get some. How much? Oh, don't know, but it will definitely get some. And therefore we want to give them a place to build that is going to be near enough to the station that we can properly benefit from it. All right, do you want to go any further? No, I think we'll go for an abrupt end of station cliff entry point. Smooth. Oh, well, I think so. All right, okay, let's do that. Let's do this, and let's find something that I find amenable. Well, in this case, we're going to we're at ground level. This might actually no, that's not ground level though, is it? No, it's not. That's a shame. That one would actually be really. I really want to make a use of that at some point. Now I know it's German rather than Japanese, but none of these are Japanese particularly. Some of them have a leaning in that direction, most definitely. But have I not got any stations that aren't? Yeah, you've got your big Bahnhof. All right, now we'll go regular with this then. No, have I not got any stations of a Japanese leaning that aren't elevated? That was the end of that sentence. Right, okay, so you live in here. Yeah. Give it just a minor twizzle. Yeah, something like that. Okay, yeah, we happy? I think we're happy. Put it about there. Yeah. Okay, now tweak the station. Add in a whatnot the other side, an entry building, the other side, because I'll need that for building out the roads. In fact, we'll do 2 because I'm feeling that way inclined. Are you doing 2 because you didn't align the first one correctly? Yeah. Which means that when I added the second one, it all made it look like I had that planned all the way along, you see? Yeah, maybe not telling people that's what you just did would be a wise thing to do, but don't let me interrupt. Right, okay, and then you connect onto there. Nah, it's not going to work. Okay. Back it up. All right, we'll back it up into the tunnel, and then we'll make for a nice... You can get out of the way. Right. Okay, here she blows. Wait for it. Where is she? There she is. Is she blowing? She certainly is. Have you chosen the right track? It's a good question. I think now is the time to double track this bad boy. Let's see if we can do this in record time. I did actually choose the right track. That's good. Okay. Now, many have said, with regard to Uwajima, that my current platform assignments there, not the best. And that's true. It is. They are not the best. In fact, they are quite a distance away from being the best, or even anything remotely associated with the B word. That's fine, because once I've got all services in there... What's going on here? Well, it's fearsomely unhappy with you trying to double-track this section. Well, you know how we fix that. Same way as we did before, same way as we did before. If the road is going to be picky about stuff, we just kind of go, wow, sucks to be you, comma, road. Yeah. Right, let's leave that. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I'm going to wait until I've got all of the infrastructure routes, all of the routes that I'm going to have going in and out of Uwajima, and after that point, I'll sort it all out, right? So I'll make the platform assignments make sense. Now I'm just looking at this at the moment because it does rather feel like the game's crashed, just a little bit. So I'm just being, yep, there it goes. All right, picking up the action. Yeah, no, that was clearly the road saying, like, yes, I see what you're trying to do. How about no? So, yeah, it's okay. Sometimes you push the road too far and it just kind of, it fights back. Yeah, well, yeah, can't say I blame it. Right, okay, so I've got as far as here. Everything is built in. I've made a few connections, actually a little bit taller. I really don't want to put that there. Well, don't put it there then. It's the best place for it. If I make it a bit shorter. Yes. See, the perfect place for these is right alongside the platform. But I haven't left enough room for that. But that's okay. We'll stick one in there. Now, I was actually thinking of sticking another one, just like that, over this side, and then running a point-to-point service that ends and terminates at the station. It's you know what? I'm going to. No, it's fine. It's one I've not built yet in this series, so I'm going to do it now. In fact, it's not one I build very often at all, because it's a bit weird and odd, and it doesn't really make any sense, but it does actually kind of work. Right. Yeah. That's about right. Slap in this one. Should you not be saving the game about now? No, I'm going to take my chances. Right, and we put that in there. Beautiful. They only really need one bus stop, but lazy. So we'll then head out to here, which will give some nice coverage. We'll head out to there, which will do the same. And then we'll put the final one about here. And that's a nice, easy peasy kind of a route. If we now stick the line in, you would go... I had a moment there where I thought, oh, you've not gone and put in a flipping truck stop again. But no, surprisingly enough, I'd actually put in the right stop. There you go. What's the problem now? Can't get back to... Yeah, you can. Trust me. Right, then you go back to here, then you go back to there. And he goes, oh, I can work this out. You go, yeah, you can. And then we're back to there. It's a nice meander, that, even though the start and end point are effectively the same, bisected by a passenger station. So, well, this is going to be Mura Commuter. Nice. Right, slap in a depot where we can find a space that's not going to have it too much in the way. Out about here, I think. That'll be nice. Like that. And what do you think? 3? I think 3 is going to be enough. Right, okay. Buy 3 vehicles. Thank you, then, notification. No, it's very pleasing for you to be turning up on the show. How about a simplified Yutong or an Isitaro, 17 passengers, nice and quick, or 81 passengers? I don't think 81 passengers is something we necessarily need to worry about. We'll go with the Isitaro. Fling that up the route, please. M. There. Right, good. That's rolling. It's massively premature, obviously, but it is doing the thing. As you can see, the reworked route, version 2, that takes a slightly higher elevation than the original, but that's okay. It's fine. It's going to work out. Right, moving on. These cliffsides will need to be beautified, but there's no sense in doing so until we have finished making them ugly. Now, I don't want to go through all these fields, so what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and hook round and then skirt the fields round that way and hit Shitaba in a way that allows me then to hop over the bay. That's going to be quite an expensive bridge, but end up in Yusu. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. And also, I had a thought, and the thought was, what I've done so far is I've bashed in a lot of stuff, and there's been an occasional nod towards making it look slightly less hideous than when I just bash it in originally. But it's only been, the slightest of nods. We've not done any proper terraforming. We've not done any. We've not been to town with the smoothing gun in the way that we might do normally. And therefore, I've got all of that work to do. And I thought, well, where are you going to start? And then it occurred to me, we'll start south and work our way up the line. And we'll do that for the as we prep for end of series, which is, we've still got a few episodes to go. But I'm thinking ahead of how the series is going to evolve as we head in that direction. Now, this section of track, given these curves that I am laying in, is very much the slow bit. But it's also quite pretty. Yeah. Okay, yeah, slow and pretty is fine. It's how I'm often described. Right, there you go. So, what are we doing? Coming out this way, skirt the edge of the map, effectively, and then do a late hook to then get across the bay. You're going to have trouble with that. Yeah, I probably am. And also, you're not going to be allowed to do that. You're going to have to stay in your tunnel a little longer if you're going to have an angle that is workable. Alright, that's not a problem. Okay, yeah, it's all good. This should be a heck of a route, to be honest, because it's a really good length. I'm hoping I can find a train or two that will sport 160 plus top speed. I could stick another Shinkansen on it, but I'll be honest with you, it would be a waste of money doing so, because these last ones are so close together that they'll never get full play. Yeah, I'm not going to do that yet. Let's put the station in. All right, same level of work here, but this time I want it to be slightly lower down. It still needs some height so that we can get a jump start on the bridge. But I'm going to struggle for space here. Now I've rolled a 320 meter station in at the last one, and I'm starting to think that's probably too long. Yeah. Also, it might not make sense in the context of the trains that we're likely to run down here. Yeah. What are you going to do about that? Well, we'll see what can fit in here, and then we'll adjust accordingly. But I've put in what is effectively, essentially, a main station. All right, now you don't have to do that straight like that, right? This is a perfectly good angle. In fact, that is an even better angle. Okay, all right. Well, look, let's try it and find out. You don't want to go too far though, because we've got to cut across and land there. We don't want the bridge to be any longer than it absolutely has to be, because no right-thinking engineer would be commissioned to build a route of a bridge of that size. Not unless the country / entity in question was really trying to overcompensate for something. Let's talk station. All right, I can squeak a 320 in here. It's not pretty and it is overkill, but I can get it in. Also, take it back out again. I did this at the last one. I had to place everything manually. It was a right drag. Do that. Tell it you want 2 platforms. There you go. All right. Yeah, about here. No, give it room to get some road in. Right, check the angle of attack. Angle of attack like that would work better. Like that. It's going to be tricky. Yeah, it is going to be tricky. But then tricky is what makes for compelling entertainment. So you say. Right, okay, so then we wang it round the corner. Where's my target? It's over there. You know, this is going to make quite a nice span across this this bit of gully. Well, I hope so. That would be jolly good. You might be a bit too low for that now. No, there you go. Quite a nice span across the gully. Okay, we are still changing elevation. I should probably complete this before I lock in the bridge. All right. Because we are going to crowflies it as much as possible. Now it's going to lead to a lot of tunnel, but it's going to need a lot of tunnel. I mean, I could make it way less efficient and have it poking its head out once in a while, but there's just no benefit in doing so, especially since this is not a straight line to the next stop anyway. Might as well do it this way. Now, this is quite a boring bridge, right? But we've been using it all along, and therefore remaining consistent outweighs the desire to try and make something glamorous and what have you. Or it does this time anyway. On other occasions, I may plead a slightly different case. All right, on you go. Yeah. Good. Right, and have at it. 4 million quid. The condition of ship 4 is very poor. Well, okay. Put a fresh slap of paint on it. It'll be great. This is a nice route. Definitely going to need fast trains on here, though. Otherwise, the timing for journeys is going to be woeful. Anyway, let's cut across for our next endeavour. See, it's about the right length. I've got a bit of an upward dangle on there at the moment. I don't want an upward dangle. Is that right? Yeah, apparently so. And then cut through, come out the other side, and then finish with a terminus, probably around there. Okay, nice. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying before, I've been thinking about, decoration, beautification, and generally improving the appearance of the layout so that it is, worth looking at. Right, and I'm going to start from the south, and Yusu is going to be the first one I do, because it's actually got, some interesting freight going on. Now, has it got any prospects for even more freight? Not so much, but it's got some, and that's not a bad place to start, and we can make it look quite dramatic, I think. Right, okay, now, because this is the end of the line, we only need one platform at the station, so I'm going to do a merger as soon as we come out of this bit of cheeky tunnel, and then it'll be good. You're talking bridge. Interesting. It's going to make my cheeky tunnel into merged track plan rather futile. All right, roll that around here. Oh, it's coming up. friends. It's happening. Right, and then we'll just bang it in there. Jobs are good and end of line. Smashing. Right, okay, good. So let's get the station out. Let's get station terminal building. Let's go 320 for no good reason at all. And slap it in. I probably need to do a bit of groundworks here to make this work perfectly, but let's see what we get. Right at this corner here would be a marvel. It's not even giving you a DC. Okay, all right. What are you talking about? Marvel, you know, it's more prolific than DC. No. DC has Batman, and therefore DC is the winner. Right. Yeah, there? Yeah? Yeah. Terrain tools? Hello, welcome. We're going to do this. Yeah, I know, it might feel like quite strong medicine, but I feel in this case it's necessary. Ooh, that's very strong medicine. Yeah, it is a bit. Okay, right. And, oh, wouldn't you know it, it fits. Well, yeah. I mean, it's not. That's not the most surprising thing that's ever happened now, is it? Right, okay. That is going to require a lot of work to make that look good, but I'm not going to do that now. We'll handle that when I do Beautification Episode 1, which I might do next, actually. We might do one episode of beautifying, and then we'll turn our attention elsewhere. Because that way I can show off my methodology, you see, and then do the rest of my methodology while you're not watching. I know you like watching, but that's not the point. Sometimes you just need to advance the storyline a little bit. And there. Grand. We're in business. Yep, we've got it. Okay, full route. All right, well, since we're at this end, let's start here. All right, this is going to be the south. Yeah, island. Ooh, intercity. I'm liking that. Yeah. I mean, it's the south pointing island intercity, and that's only using the arbitrary direction I have decreed as being south. This is a very long route. This first leg, that's got Shinkansen written all over it. Second and third legs, not so much. Right, now, where have you decided to sling us? Up there, because that's the only choices we've got. Yeah, we're going to need to work on that, but don't worry about it for now. We'll do that another time. Well, I'd say we'll do that another time. We'll do that when we reorganise Uwajima, when we've got the final route put in. Pretty sure there's only one more to do. Pretty sure, but not 100% certain. I'll need to check. There we go. Good. It's a good route. This is the South Island Intercity. Now, everybody keep your fingers crossed for a train that can pull this off. I know there's no signals on there yet. Yeah, I know. I'm aware of that. Right. Now, we haven't got any backing services, and this approach is signalled properly. So we should be able to go from wherever my depot is that I'm using to seed these services, which I would have said should be this depot, but that's not set up that way. You've got one here, look. Ah, gotcha. Right. Okay, let's do that and go from here and buy some vehicles. Now we're going to let's talk hauled wagons to start with, hauled carriages. We've got some Chinese stuff, 120, yeah, 120, yeah, 170. Hello there. All right, now talk carriages. The TVZ does 100, does 200. We might be on something here. You know what? I like this as a concept. No, it's not Japanese. I'm aware of that, and I have previously explained, and I don't know whether you bought in. Hold on. What about the Lastotcha? That doesn't feel particularly Japanese in title either. No, it doesn't, does it? We're already using the 215, and that only does 130 anyway. The JR East is only 130. Shinkansens, let's rule them out because we wouldn't get bang for buck. That's too slow. We've got to go at least 160, which means this. No, I think we go hauled. Okay, right. How many coaches do you think? Like 4, 5? 5 is probably the way to go. So if we go with the SS9 whatnot. Really? It copes with steep tracks very well. Yeah, well, I'm sure it does. What about that one? That's got a heck of a lot of power. That's more freightish. It is more freightish. Those JRFs are too slow. I think that's really all the options that we have. Everything else being variants on a theme. Yeah. Okay, all right. Well, no, there we go. We're settled then. We're going to go on. I can't remember which one. This one, the SS9G from China. Okay, add. Yeah, and then passenger wagons. 170, 160, 170 is going to be fine. I think we go with these Chinese numbers. I think they're going to match. Yeah. Okay, go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gives us 115 capacity, which is going to be plenty, and we will start with 4 of them. There we are. Right, I'm going to add some signalling while you're elsewhere, having a rare old time. And when we kick off next time, we will discuss how this is getting on. They're not emerging at the moment because obviously I'm going to... No, I've got a signal. Cooey. Did you assign them to the line? That's a thing people do, isn't it? South Island in City. There we go. We're away. What's your problem? Yeah? No. What's the problem? Could not connect all the stations. I'm afraid you can. I'm very much afraid you can. You definitely can. You totally can. What are you talking about? You're lying. I've just bought 4 of these. Which stations are you having trauma with there? Thanks a line. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. All right, I'm going to fix that, and then we'll watch this to finish off. Okay, forensics here is what's occurring, and I've managed to get it working as far as Shitaba, which means that there is a gap in the track somewhere ahead of us. So somewhere between Shitaba and Miura, there's a hole in the track. It's the only thing it can be, because I've monkeyed with all of the platform assignments, and it's going, yeah, nah, I can't do it. Okay, so let's go and have a look. We're going to try and eyeball it to start with. I already found one gap in the track. Might be the one that you spotted as well, but hold on. It was either the entrance to this tunnel or the next one. Well, actually, now that I can close this down and we'll get a little bit of better definition look at it. Right, look at all the red stuff, yeah? These red fellas here is what we're after. And we're just looking for a gap in the track, and there shouldn't be one. I've also added signals while doing all of this forensic business, because it felt like a sensible thing to do, and I've made them one way throughout. And I don't exactly know what's going on. No. Now here's the thing. There's got to be a problem between here and the next the next station up, because otherwise the route would at least comply in showing the connection to here. Thing is, I can't see it. We've just ridden the route. Now there is the possibility that it's a problem in a tunnel, but even then it should show up. There should be a break in the track. So it's tunnel entrances. You want to double check those. Fascinating. Yeah, I mean, that I missed something. That's fine and dandy. That I can now not find it. Yeah, that's fine and dandy. But I should be able to find it. Okay. Yeah. No, see, look, it's all connected. All right. You're going to stumble across it in a minute and go, oh, hang on. But I'm not. There is no oh hang on moment waiting to occur here. This is all fine. And here we are again back to where it works. Ta-da! Interesting. Alright. Just check your thinking. Okay. So, well, whatever it does, it's doing these 3 here. These 3 are quite happy. Now if I was to change this to Miura 2, nope. It's no happier. Alright, so it's got to be Miura 1. Fine. I don't understand. No. Okay. Everything else is properly aligned. The only thing I could do is rebuild the track. Let's try rebuilding some very small sections of track. And see if that cheers anything up. I mean, I do like it. I do like to encounter something that is unexpected. You know, and, an unexpected obstacle is actually quite interesting because it doesn't happen very often. All right, did that change anything? No. Okay, where do you want to go next? I don't know. All of this looks fine because I built all of this in one segment, so it shouldn't have a problem. The money's not an issue. I could rebuild the whole thing if I want. That's not a problem. I'm printing money hand over fist. None of this should be in any way problematic. These signals are on the right sides of the track, aren't they? Yeah. And it was broken before I put the signals on. So it's not the signals. Do you want to try this bit? I'm going to try this bit. Okay. Name it from about there. Let's go all the way to here. Right. And then J-slab time. One here. Yeah. And one there. Yep. Okay. Have a look. Still broken. Well, I know. It's not necessarily broken before... It could be broken before that bit, but the likelihood is that it's just broken somewhere before the next station. Otherwise, it would get to the next station. Here is the next station. So it could be that the station's broken. That's certainly possible. In fact, that's very possible. Because I think this station I rebuilt by hand. If you have a look, I rebuilt this station with J slabs. Ha! Which might mean that it's an invalid station. That's an interesting notion. Okay, all right. Well, let's have a look. Let's get rid of this line here. All right. Do that. Now, this will not. Even if this is this is the problem, then we're in business. But it will still. It won't be fixed. But we might get a little bit of progress somewhere. Yeah, we might. We'll have a look in a moment. Yeah, I bet that was it. I bet that's what it is, because there isn't a break in the track. No sign of any change. Do it anyway. I've got a feeling. I've got a hunch that's what it is. Got a hunch that's what it is. All right, okay. You know what else? What? No, hold on. I was going to be more dramatic than that. All right. Do you know what it is? What? No, you've done the same thing again. All right, cancel that. Do you know what it is? There she blows. Right, okay. I'm just going to stick the whole thing in again, and we'll hope for better this time around. Right, 2 of those, all of that, this and that. Right, okay, good. You're going to want to trim your track back a little bit. Otherwise you're trying to snap it into between multiple bits of track, and that never works. Like that. Okay, and then hook up. You're going to need to hook that. Yeah, I've got it. And then hook the track back up, and it should just pop into life. How confident of this are you? I'm actually fairly confident this is going to be the solution. I thought it might be quite nice to have my platforms made of J-slab as well. It hasn't popped into life. Ha! Yeah, but it might just now. Now I suspect it's just platform wrongly numbering. Yeah, that should be a number 2. There you go, fixed it. Okay, right, good, solved. Yeah. All right, so yes, because I customised the track to make it match the track that we were using elsewhere. It was a noble thought, but it didn't work. Right, there you are. Yeah, have a bit of that as well. I'll be back to revisit this later on and make it look a little bit better, but right now it doesn't really matter. Good. Okay, so in theory we're now solid and good to go. We might cause a bit of a traffic crisis here at main station, but we'll see how we get on. We're coiled and ready to proceed. Make it look like you're coiled and ready to proceed, please. Who are you waiting on? It doesn't really matter. You're off. And you know what else? Any excuse to ride on the train going into this station, because it's ace. The big goal is going to be constant activity with regard to trains coming in and out, but as I said earlier on, we do need to kind of regenerate the platform assignments that we've got. It's not a biggie, but it's a biggie. Yeah. Make sure that we're using all the platforms, and then over time we'll be adding more trains to the station, which will make things nice and dramatic. How many passengers? Not a sausage. Brilliant. Also, yeah, I think Shitaba, you haven't actually got that hooked up to the road. I'm going to have to jump off, aren't I? Yes, you are. Okay, I'll jump off in just a sec. I just want to ride past this train, because that might be quite a nice shot. It's alright. It's the one I'm going to use in the thumbnail. Alright then. Okay, right, grand. Now, this is not going to be an inexpensive train to run. I think it's vanilla. I don't believe I would have requested from Yonder Workshop trains that wouldn't actually work, but it's me, so you can never be too sure. Right, let's do this. That way, there is actually a fighting chance someone uses this service, and it's not just a platform in the middle of nowhere. There you go. Cut yourself around there. And then get yourself down there. Don't give me too much slope. Yes, it's ugly, but I'll fix it. And that's what we're going to do in the next episode. We are going to turn our attention to a bit of beautification next time around. And then the episode after that, we'll do the Northern Horseshoe. Oh, it's nice to be doing a horseshoe route again, isn't it? If you say so. Good. I'm in Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching today. I'll leave us parked up here so we can witness the first arrival of our bold new warrior. And I'll catch up with you soon with more of the same. Thanks for watching. Cheerio. Fat road to thin road to under bridge transition. Yeah, no, game didn't like that so much. That's all right, it happens. So I did have to rebuild the entire thing. It's pretty much identical to how it was before, but with that slightly higher elevation. That wasn't necessarily deliberate. It just kind of happened that way. Anyway, good route. Now, in terms of where am I going with this series? Where am I going with this series? Well, we're going for 20 parts in the series in total, and we'll revisit the map later. But I want to switch between games to keep things fresh and interesting and zesty. So by the time we get to 20, we'll have this kind of quadrant of the map kind of completed out to a degree. So the next episode is going to be on beautification and making it all look splendid. We won't do all of it. I might do 1 or 2 towns next episode. And then the one after that, we'll put the horseshoe in. Then we'll do a little bit more prettying things up, probably in a slightly different place with a slightly different set of kind of asset requirements. So maybe we'll do something industrial. And then it'll be nothing but kind of freight routes and outlying passenger lines to lead up to the end of the series. And then we can pick it up next time around. It'll be good. I'll even back up the save and everything. It's all right, I've thought ahead-ish, kind of, sort of. There you are. And we're done here. So I'll see you for that. And it's sure to be almost delightful. Almost.